But you could go anywhere, and they've heard of like Lake Effect. I feel like all the bands, with it being kind of a smaller city, have really waved the banner for Erie. Like we're from Erie and we're proud of it.
I think in a place like Erie, there's a lot of kids who are striving for something else rather than just the norm.
I got started going to shows here in Erie at the Continental Ballroom when I was like maybe 12 or 13. Bands like Brothers Keeper and Something to Prove.
And I mean, Erie, there's Snapcase, there was a Brothers Keeper, Disciple, Shockwave. I mean, I grew up with that. My brother and I both. I got him in.
I just started going to shows every weekend. Like, it didn't matter who played. I was always at the hangout, dropping whatever money, $5 on a local show, $10 on national touring bands, whatever it was, I was there.
We were kind of a weird band. Like our singer's voice was really high pitched, and we were a little groovier. So it wasn't just like gratuitous mosh stuff. So.
In 2002, late 2002, I kind of just wanted to start a band that carried on the strong straight edge tradition that we had in Erie. There were a lot of old bands that were the predecessors that made Erie have a very, very, very strong straight edge scene, since the early 90s. And I felt that there were things that I wanted to say and I could, give towards the legacy that we had.
Erie used to be like a hub of hardcore. Like there were so many like bands that were like touring all the time, and like I guess got big in the hardcore community as far as like Shockwave, Disciple, Brothers Keeper, even like War of Ages and Jesus Wept.
Where Erie was like, all these bands were pretty big, but none of us sounded exactly the same.
I've been around the country and like Erie kids mosh, hardcore bands, whatever, harder than anybody else. Like I don't know if it's like because you just punch each other in the face. Like it's stupid, but that like no one else does that, and it's like so kids out of town like don't know how to react, and like in Erie, like I feel like Erie kids are used to it and like they know what to expect when they walk through the door, and like out of town's like who are these fake ass tough guys like just like punching each other that get pissed off.
For some reason, I don't know if it's just the ambiance or whatever, but at a hardcore show in Erie, either people just get it, or they see all these people kicking and punching each other and they say, well, they're not fighting with each other, so if it happens to me, maybe that's just what happens here, and either I should move or I, just expect it.
I think it has changed a lot since the hangout and Forward Hall shut down.
Well, unfortunately, I think it's really hurt the scene to an extent.
There's a ton of like young bands in Erie right now. They're doing some really cool stuff. So I think that we're like on an upswing. There's a bunch more bands in the area. It's just, I guess, venues. Venues are a big issue too. We need places to play.
I mean, Erie's had a strong hardcore scene for, we're coming up on 25 years almost. And I don't intend on letting it die.